Hello, good morning, everybody. Well, at least it's morning for me. If you're listening to this in the afternoon, good afternoon to you. If you're listening to this in the evening or night, good evening to you. Title of this video, it's Enigma Incorporated again, Random Thoughts Show. I'm glad you could join me. Uh, like I always say, or what I've been saying now, the new motto of the channel, the purpose of the channel is to give the truth and uplifting, motivational messages to anyone who may be listening. All right, so the title of today's video, because time is your most precious resource, so I'm not going to waste it. The title of this video is entitled How to Turn a Negative into a Positive. And the reason why I put this out here is because everything that's going on in the COVID-19 pandemic and a lot of things that you were not able to do, you're still not able to do, and people are feeling upset and discouraged. They can't go out and see other people, or they can't have large gatherings like they used to. It'll pass with time. You don't have to worry about that. What you can do is turn this negative into a positive. And what I mean by this negative is just not the pandemic, but anything that has been going on in your life that you are not proud of. uh, let's say, for a quick example, things that you wanted to get done and you can't get done just because of time constraints. Well, what this pandemic has done, it has afforded you time. And even though it has been going on since March, you still have the time. If you haven't started already, if you start today, you can turn your negative into a positive. The time that you've been given, the things that you wanted to do, you can research them vigorously, and you can understand the things that you didn't understand before, uh, to help better yourself in life. And that's what you should be doing, because no matter who you are, what gender you are, what your identity is, what your walk of life, or your ethnicity, time is everyone's most precious resource. And it's your most precious resource because it's something that you cannot get back, no matter what you do. So use your time wisely. If it's something that you want, if it was a particular market that you wanted to get into, research that market. Um, Now, I know you can't go out and really speak to people unless they really want to see you face to face, but you can participate in online conversations. You can set up a Zoom meeting. These are skills that you already have that you can do to help further yourself and turn that negative into a positive. So like I said before, if you're looking at a particular subject, those who are studying, doesn't matter if you're studying something in traditional higher education or you're studying a trade, this is like a one size fits all advice. No matter what your subject is that you're studying, you have the time right now to invest in it and stay invested in it. You set up a reading regimen and a study guide regimen. You set up just like you would work out. Your brain also needs exercise as well. You set aside a specific amount of time every day to read about the subject and to research the subject that you want to be well versed in. After you do that, you also set aside each day, just like you were in school, to have hands-on practice with that particular subject. So you would complete study guides if you have study guides that are available, or you can look up the commonly asked questions about the subject and see if you can answer them. And if you're really want to learn that particular subject, not only will you dedicate the time to read, you can use the internet to find study guides, questions, books that are free, and answer all those questions in the study guide to make yourself well versed in that subject. Anything that pops up with that subject, read it and see if it applies to you. That's what you can do, and that's one of the tips for successful people. They're not sitting on their hands when they have downtime. like this, you can be utilizing this time to increase your knowledge in whatever field that you want to be well versed in. There are no excuses. You can go about doing it, and you don't have to be an expert at it, and you don't have to have an instructor right away, because you yourself, you're your best teacher. You really are. Now I know you're saying, like, throughout the course of school you had instructors there helping you with the subject who are more versed than you. Yes, true. But it was you as the individual that went home that evening, reviewed the material, did the homework, did the studying, so you can pass the assessments that they gave you while you were being educated. So you are your best teacher. Uh, Always strive to put your best foot forward. You don't have to be the best in the subject area. What matters is your passion and how much time you're willing to put into it, because that's how you get results. Now, don't be upset if you don't understand it right away, whatever subject you're trying to be well versed in. Sometimes it takes an individual 2, 3, or sometimes even 4 times, or even more than that, to read a chapter going over the material on a daily basis until you completely understand it, until you gain a mastery over that particular subject. Now, depending on how fast you're able to accumulate the information and to retain the information, and that varies from individual to individual. That's how fast you'll see your results. But just because your results are not as quick as someone else's doesn't mean you should give up or lose heart, because at the end of a specific amount of time, and I can't tell you how long that specific amount of time is going to be because it depends on the individual, but when you reach that goal, you'll be not only proud of yourself, but you'll feel like that you'll be so excited that you completed that task that you can tackle anything. So then you finish that goal and then you move on to the next goal. These are just some tips for successful people. You can do it. Believe me. And I'll give you a quick example. Originally, I am a media and communications major. That's what my bachelor's degree was in. That's television, film, desktop publishing, website making, all media you can think of. That's what I participated when I went to undergrad. It was very hard for me to break into that business, and I lost heart. And I found a job at a hospital and got really into understanding what goes on in the hospital and how it runs and how they're able to make money. And when I went through that, I discovered the subject of, well, I didn't discover it, and I just found a subject that's been around for a while, and I just happened to find out about it, and I was like, oh, look at this, health informatics. And I got into health informatics. I really researched it and studied it, and after I researched it and studied it, I went to obtain a master's degree in it. I went through their program and was able to maintain higher than the 3.3 average and gain a minutes into their program. And I was able to graduate with a 3.46, a master's degree in health informatics, something that was completely different from my undergrad. I mean, out of all the sciences I took on undergrad, everything. And if I can do it, you can too. There are no excuses. I'm not a special person. The only difference between me and someone else that hasn't reached their goal yet is because I put in the time every day to do so. And I'm not a special person. So if I can do it, I know you can do it. So don't give up. Every day, look at that material, even if it's just for 30 minutes. Like one of the habits I see today is when I go out, I see a lot of people on their cell phones or tablets. If you read that material, like you read that cell phone everywhere you go, you take it in the bathroom with you, glance at it while you're in line, you will get to where you want to be. I guarantee you that, because you're investing the time to know so. And when you're that versed in the subject and put in that much time, which is your most precious resource, everyone's most precious resource, you will get results. You will get results. And if you're not happy with the results that you get to try harder to get there. So that was just a short inspirational message. And one size fits all, get out there and do it. And if you're more so focused on the trade, not only will you have to read about it, whatever materials that you can gain on it to do hands-on work, do hands-on work. And that's true for people who are not in the trades either. Whatever hands-on work you can do with it, do the hands-on work along with reading it. Set up a curriculum that you can make for yourself, and go about accomplishing your goal. And I wish you good luck in doing so, and I know you can do it. This is a person. Now you say this is a person on YouTube. What the heck he know who he talking about? We know he just told this story. Well, this like I said before in my other video, I am a person that has empathy for anyone trying to better themselves. And the reason why I started this channel is to have as an uplifting voice that you can hear, that can help motivate you to get what you want. And I have to format it in the way of one size fits all, because not everybody is going after the same subject. So that's why I really focus the videos around things that anybody can do. This is from Enigma Incorporated, your neighborhood friendly stranger that does care about you. And this does not just apply to adults. Anyone under the age of 18, this applies to you with your schoolwork as well. The reason why you're not doing well, because you're not versing yourself in the subject. And if you don't understand something, you go to the teacher, you go to a friend, you go to anybody willing to help you out. If you don't have anybody to help you out, you have to verse yourself in the subject. Start from the beginning. An example, like if you don't understand math, start from the beginning, research it. Like I heard many people say before, Google is your friend, man. Google can help you out. Shout out to BGS Igmore for that saying. That's what he says. Google is truly your friend. If you don't understand it, you put in the time to research it, you will understand it. So with this, whenever this pandemic is over, then you can come out and you can hit the ground running. And you'll be just fine. Now, I'm just not blowing smoke. Just for me, when this pandemic started, I started studying financial markets and learning more about candlestick patterns and how to successfully read the market so I can invest money. To invest money so I can make money. And it's going well for me. Stuff that I never understood before, I never had the time before, I'm understanding it. And that's just me only been looking for at the financial markets for the past 3 months. And I'm learning more every day. I at least spend a half hour to an hour each day trying to learn that. So if I can do it, I know you can do it. Good luck. Like, share, subscribe if you're so inclined. If anybody's looking for some inspiration to help them through this, I'll be making a bunch of videos on inspiration and why you shouldn't be sad. And if you are sad or a little bit depressed, it's okay. You can pull yourself out of it and you'll be all right. So once again, this is Enigma Incorporated with the Random Thoughts Show. I thank you for tuning in, and good luck, everyone, turning your negative into a positive. I'll see you on the next video. I thank you very much for tuning in.